Welcome everybody, my name is Snivy. Today, we don't have an apple here, but this is the podcast where two friends with too much free time just talk about the things they love. This week, we're talking about specifically Nijisanji EN's most popular few branches for the past, out of all of them, Luxiem and Noctyx. The interesting thing is that the male VTuber scene has popped off ever since Luxiem has shown up. So here I have invited our good friends Luna and Matahari to talk about how Noctyx and Luxiem has influenced overall both the Nijisanji EN side and the whole VTuber community. And of course, what we like about them. So please introduce yourselves, guys. Who wants to go first?
Luna.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Luna, and hi, I'm Luna, and I sing on YouTube sometimes.
All right.
Hi.
Next.
Hallelujah, oh my god. Hi, I'm Matahari. You might have seen me here around here before, maybe like 4 times already. This is like, I don't know, the 5th time. This time I came from the sewers, but hey, you might know me from YouTube or somewhere. I don't know.
All right, welcome everybody. Yeah. Okay. So Matahari is technically our pseudo host at this point because Apple. All right. Matahari is the most recurring guest we have. All right. And then Luna, we've been friends for quite a while. I'm really glad that Luna can join us today, because last time we checked, you're a pretty big Luxiem fan, if I have to be fair. All right. Both of you guys.
Yes.
So we're gonna be pretty excited. Today's main topic, we're gonna discuss about how they influence the overall Western side of the VTuber scene. Because before Luxiem came out, there's still a lot of doubt in how male VTubers can be received in the West side, right? Because before that, Nijisanji has always had male VTubers only on the JP or even other scenes like maybe ID or like KR, but only since Luxiem. And they are some of the most popular amongst all of the Nijisanji talents. Because let's just say, man, Vox is like 3rd place among all Nijisanji members in terms of subscriber count. So I can tell you, Luxiem popped off really hard, and the influence is felt throughout the freaking scene. So definitely, we'll start off today because Matahari and me already share our main introductions to how Nijisanji influenced us, or when we started. But Luna, you haven't shared before, so let's ask you, how did you get into Nijisanji, the fandom, or even which one's your favorite? Tell us your story behind you falling into this rabbit hole and all.
Oh yeah, sure. So I think I was actually at school, and then I was just procrastinating on YouTube, and then I think this was around when Luxiem debuted. There was the debut highlights video, not from Nijisanji, but this other YouTuber. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory. And then I was like, oh, so this is what VTubers are, because I've had people in the past tell me you should get into VTubers, and and at first I was like, nah, I'm good, and then I watched that video and was like, oh shit, they're funny, they're really funny. And so I ended up watching a bunch of other clips, and then that's how I got into mainly VTubers and Nijisanji. And right now Ike is my Kamioshi, and then when Noctyx came out, kind of just dived into that as well, and then that kind of just opened up a door for me to other Niji EN livers. And yeah, I guess it all started from that debut highlights clip, and then kind of just fell down the rabbit hole from then on.
Okay, that's definitely. I feel like that goes for a lot of the people, because Luxiem is the most popular in Nijisanji EN. So I feel like a lot of people just like you fell around when they debuted, or a few months after. So it makes a lot of sense, to be honest. And the fact that you like Ike, tell us a bit on why you like Ike. Ike Evelyn.
I don't know, man. Ike Evelyn. Man of... Can I say that here?
Yeah, man of what?
Man of sex. Okay, anyway.
What the fuck?
So I
What the fuck?
like... Look, hey, I didn't start that. Vox did. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm
where
just
the
saying.
hell did that
Okay.
come from? Okay, what was the context behind that? Okay.
I think Vox out of nowhere just started calling Ike the man of sex, and it just stuck
Oh my
to
god.
Ike's dismay.
We're never gonna get monetized ever again, guys. Oh fuck.
Sorry, man. That's why I asked. Okay, so I like Ike because I like how I really like soft boys. Like, I mainly like VTuber streams that I can just have in the background or watch casually. And the games that he plays and the content that he creates is in my ballpark, especially because I haven't been to VTubers before, so he was he's very comfy and very soft, but then I'm also, because I sing and his vocal talent is absolutely amazing. So I guess I kind of like him because he's very a comfy streamer. He knows what he likes, and then yeah, I don't know. It's just very comfort streamer, if that's the term. Yeah.
So you just hit the sweet
Kinda
spot in terms of what you're
Ina.
looking for with a streamer that you can put in the background, I guess.
Yeah, but then also he's also very entertaining in the way that sometimes I literally just end up watching the stream instead of doing the thing I'm supposed to be doing.
Procrastination.
Which isn't good. It isn't good in the procrastination sense, but hey, that means the VTuber. That means Ike is entertaining and he's doing his job well.
You get the
and he does it
oxytocin,
very
the
well.
dopamine from Ike Evelyn.
Yeah, that's serotonin,
Alright, so let's go through a little bit of the members between Luxiem and Noctyx. So Luxiem came out in December 20th, back in 2021. Damn, that was so long ago. So they were the first male wave, the first wave of Nijisanji EN to have male livers. And they're also surprisingly the first wave to have a dedicated YouTube channel, because I didn't know that until researching for this episode, because none of the other ones have them, so why would you expect that to happen, right? Why do you guys even have that? But Noctyx debuted about 2 months later at the 27th of February. Thank God they didn't debut in 29th, if not we'll never have a anniversary ever. so Noctyx is a dark future team counterpart to Luxiem in lore. Its members originally came from the future. So again, Noctyx is all kind of the edgy, futuristic looking group. They're not actually edgy, most of them. But when you first debut, they were like, "Why you guys look so fucking edgy, like some teen K-pop group from another fucking dimension or something like that." Hey, that's my first impression. So yeah.
These damn e-boys.
Yeah, a lot of their designs are pretty similar, but that's also because of the theming as well, which is why I personally feel Luxiem has a better diversity in terms of their aesthetics from first glance, right? Because obviously Misa's just a freaking British detective fox guy, and then Vox is just this demon, and I can tell a lot of people will agree. A lot of them pretty hot, Vox is the most popular Luxiem member of all time. People love that deep voice, Oh, so Matahari, which one would you want to talk about if it comes to Luxiem or Noctyx? Last time you mentioned, which one was your favorite again?
I think we talked about Luxiem, right? I remember talking about Shu and Luca, but I don't watch them that much anymore because I'm always preoccupied with girls. But I think recently I've been watching more of Noctyx.
Maidenless, we maidenless.
No.
Matahari has maidens.
Yeah, I do have maidens. I think now I'm watching more Noctyx though. I think back then I think Uki and Vulgar caught my eye. But now I think I'm open to all of Noctyx, because all of Noctyx has been doing very different things, and I'm like, oh, I actually like they're opening up more games to play, you know, like they're actually learning new games and getting the groove of it.
Like,
Yeah,
what kind of
so-
games are they trying lately?
I think Elban recently has been playing learn how to play Project Sekai, and he's actually really good now. I remember
Yeah,
there
he's
was
been
a
teaching Uki as well.
for the
Oh no, Project
sponsorship.
Sekai Takeover.
Yeah, before it was like just a sponsorship stream he was supposed to do for Project Sekai, and then he
Oh,
eventually ended up
no.
like earning second place in the Nijisanji competition for the Project Sekai. I think he got second place. Like
When
the
you
first
get
place
paid to
was
try a game and you get
Dola.
addicted to it.
Yeah.
Raid Shadow.
Yeah.
Just kidding, sorry.
What the?
Hey, potentially. Alright, somebody could be addicted to that. Alright, going through the members of Luxiem. Luxiem has Luca, Kaneshiro, Shu Yamino, Ike Evelyn, Mr. Rias, and Vox Akuma. 5 members, while Noctyx has Sunny Briscoe, Uki Violetta, Alban Knox, Folger Ovid, and the ex-member of Yugo Asuma. Now, you might be curious about why I said ex-member. We'll get into that later. But Luxiem being the 5 members that came up first, let's talk about Luxiem first. Alright. So, I'm curious what you guys think about the Luxiem members right now, like during debut and versus right now, knowing them after a long time now. They've pretty much been here for about more than a year at this point. Luna, could you go first?
Yeah, sure. When I first got into Luxiem, I saw like the very like base level, like, oh, Vox is just the sexy voice demon with a deep voice.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Luca, yeah, I mean, true. And then like Ike was like very soft boy, very innocent, very say-so. Shu, immediately off the bat, nerd in the best way possible. And then Mista, I kind of saw him at first as like a chaotic British spawn.
Doesn't cook rice properly.
That-
Shake my head.
Yeah, that can't food correctly, can't cook. Like very face palm energy. But now, after watching them a lot and like catching a lot of their streams, Vox is just an old man.
Vox is just an old man.
He's just an old man dork who happens to do very sussy ASMR, but still an old man.
It's the OG Sama energy.
Yeah, OG Sama energy. And then for Luca, very much golden retriever. Like even from the beginning, I was very much like, oh, Luca's very much golden retriever energy. But then like later on, it's like he's very like childish soul in like the best way possible. I don't know how to describe it.
Very young.
But Luca's very much, very young and like just very happy. Like the embodiment of positivity and like just Pog. His entire image to me is Pog.
Oh my.
And then for Ike, obviously still soft boy, but then very much like he's so relatable. Like
Like me for real, for real.
a lot of time, he's just like me for real. Craves death just like me for real.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then for Shu, also still nerd, but like I catch a lot of his streams. I do like the nerdy content personally because I'm also a nerd myself. And he's also all the members are extremely hardworking. And Mista's for me, Mista's like my view on Mista has changed the most because at first I was like, you are such chaos. I don't know if I'm actually gonna like you. And now he's like higher up on my Oshi list because I like how realistic he is sometimes. Like he doesn't have a filter sometimes, but like sometimes it's good because he like talks about like really down to earth things, especially due to his background and how he grew up. And I just personally really like that, I guess. Yeah. So like my images of them haven't changed so much, but now it's more like I respect them all in a way different perspective because of how they hold themselves as people. Like all of them, they're very much like if something bad happens, they will address it and they they will sugarcoat it, but not too much, so it gives you that like reality as well. Yeah.
So from what you said, I can see that the first impressions versus now is still the same. It's just there's more depth to their character being portrayed.
Yeah, it's not just like the face of like the VTuber and like their model and like how they first portray themselves. It's more like they actually feel like more down to earth-esque without the parasocialness. Without the parasocialness.
All right, Matahari, what about you? Give us your first impressions versus your current impressions. Of
Okay,
Luxiem.
first impression of Luxiem boys. When I watched I'm pretty sure when I picked up Luxiem is like when they debuted, like when their debut announced. I remember staying up very early for it. I was like I think I was woke in the morning and I was playing Ponytown. And I was making Luxiem ponies.
What?
There's this game called Ponytown where you make ponies essentially. Like you DIY ponies and then you show the people your designs. That's it. So I was making Luxiem ponies at like 7 a.m. in the morning until I was waiting for the debut essentially. Okay. First one, Vox. When I saw him, I thought he was like actually like a lot of people anticipated his design. I was like a bit about it, TBH. But I think when I slowly got to know him, I just think like he's just a fucking nerd. Honestly, he's just a fucking nerd. Like it doesn't show; it's just covered up by the ASMR. But if you remove the ASMR, he's just a fucking nerd. Like
He's just a nerd.
Don't get
like
baited.
he's playing like all these fucking like games like he likes and like FNAF, Overwatch, and I'm like, man, this is just a fucking nerd. If you just take away the ASMR, like the ASMR is like the 50% of his like identity. Once you take it away, he's a fucking nerd.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I guess like it changed because like everyone thought he was sexy, but now he's a fucking nerd. Okay, next.
He's the sexy
Ike.
goofball.
No,
Essentially.
I feel like that's more of Luca. That's more of Luca.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's more Luca.
Yeah, yeah, that's
He's
true.
hot but a
Okay.
dumbass.
He's a himbo.
Continue.
Okay, now I think it's Ike. Next one. I think when I think of Ike first time, I thought, yeah, he's a scholar or something like that. I think it's very expected because I think like more like studious looking characters, like characters with glasses that look like their streaming style will turn out a bit more mellow usually, if I'm not wrong. Question mark.
Stares at Aya.
Yeah, I mean Aya, her Zatsu is like her drawing stream can sometimes be a bit calm, but I think she's also kind of similar like personality towards Miss Tam. I can't really say, kind of a bit. It's got the Zatsu factor maybe, like they're a bit more chill. I don't have much opinions on Ike because I just know that guy likes a lot of Vocaloid, TBH.
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, this guy has like actually very nice taste. But I'm not too like, how do I say? I'm not too surprised. Considering, yeah, his interest. I can't say much. Fuck, I was like considering his background.
Background. Oh,
I can't say.
Well,
I'm surprised, but I'm not so surprised.
well, as Luna
not
said,
surprised.
man of X,
I don't know about that. I think it's like about the
I said
flip.
Vox made it, not me.
It's like the
Yeah.
flip, because like I remember like Vox mentioned like he's like like they call like the alpha Luxiem, like Ike is the alpha of the Luxiem, Like,
Yeah.
you know that Snivy? He's the alpha. Like, alpha. Like, fuck Luca, fuck Fox. They look alpha. Nah, there's fucking Ike. Ike is the fucking alpha. Like,
The others are
you better don't
monkeys.
fucking.
He's the alpha.
Yeah.
Monkey.
Oh my god, like, I do know that Ike has this, like, flip persona, man. Like, he can flip, like he's very, like, shy. Yeah, Iki?
Eki.
Iki. I don't remember the guy name, like, the red hair guy. Basically,
Yeah,
he has
Eki,
the
oh my
flip
God.
personality that he turns into, like, this red version of him. It's like a villain or something.
Dude, that
Oh my
version
god,
is so
dual
hot.
personality.
I can't.
Oh shit. If only I had the soundboard with like the vine booms. Then oh shit, it's hot. Okay,
I
continue.
think you should
the first
just
time I
add,
said
you
it.
should
What do you
manually
mean?
just add it like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Not in post. Nah.
No, if Apple was editing, this would happen. I think Apple is editing this episode. Shit.
Oh no!
Be nice to me. Be
Boom,
nice
boom,
to me,
boom.
Apple.
Where
think-
you stop that? You stop that.
Stop.
I only gone through 2 members. I think next is Luca. Yeah, let's go with Luca. Okay, Luca, not much of a change. CBH. Over time he had to show us a bit more like a sassier side to him. Like, he does things like to throw off the momentum. Like, what the fuck, Luca? Like, why are you like imagine like he's doing like some like I think there was just one moment with the VR where he was like sitting on us, like, and then he just like fucking like put down the camera, and then he just like sat on his ass on the camera, and I'm like, and the thing is he kept repeating it.
Oh, I remember
he
that.
kept like, cause like he was like bam 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 boom like that, and then he kept like every time he like bam bam bam, like he sit up and down, you know. I'm like
Practically
like,
teabag the fucking camera, bro.
yeah, like he vine boomed
Essentially.
and then like he sat on the camera at the same time. I was like, what the fuck is this man like smoking? But I think there was not much change. Like, he was much as a puppy like during like debut. Yeah, that's what I think. Not much change. Still love him a lot though. Next is like the who am I missing? Please help me.
Shu and Mista.
Mista and Shu.
Oh, okay. Let's get Mista out of the way because it's a bit harder.
Mista.
Okay, Mista, I would say like when he had debuted was like kind of a bit like gay IDK.
Oh my.
Like baity, because I'm very very sure remember like during like the debut that Luxiem had this like woo bottom thing going
Woo
on
bottom
with your
thing.
tweets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that very much like slowly like it got off the impression like slowly like they slowly stopped doing that pretty much.
Damn.
So I'll say like my view on that him is a bit more better now. Yeah, because like the bottom tweets did not like do well with me, because I don't usually pander those kind of like baity shit, like genuinely. I couldn't care if he's a gay. I did have a lot of expectations for him, considering his pony. Like when I made his pony, he's the first character I made. So I had expectations of him. He would turn out good, but that did not turn out good. You know, it subverted my expectations. I ended up liking Luca and Shu more rather than liking Mista when I was looking at the visuals of the model when it came out. So yeah. But I would
like the booba.
Yeah, I would say eventually I ended up liking. I'm okay with Mista now, you know. Like, I sometimes like when he does like any kind of like talking, I like to like put him in the background, you know. It's like I don't know. I was watching the relationship advice stream yesterday, but the one, yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, next. Shu Yamino. I'll say like when he debuted, I didn't pay attention to him, but I think after the debut, because to me, I watched all debut, even like I have a favorite like from the visuals. It really like it didn't. I think the debut it didn't pop off, but when he popped off in like personality, because I can say that up till now all the games he play is like not my type. Like he plays Valorant. I'm very obviously not a Valorant player. You can try to get me the Valorant, but I couldn't get past like the 30 minute plus match time. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of here. So I didn't like Valorant at all, And the man like plays Valorant. I can't do anything about it, of course. That's up to the guy, I'm like, you do you. You literally, pop off, king. But I really appreciate his personality because like it never changed. Like I think from start to finish, like from debut from to now, I would say Shu and Luca are the people, like these two divers in Luxiem. They never ever pretty much change their personality. Like there might be a change in content, like that's very normal. Cause like games pop up over time, or you just find out like, oh, I enjoy streaming this game for like 6 hours straight, like and then like sometimes it doesn't, like Celine with Apex. It's completely normal. So I stay for the personality in the end, pretty much. She was like very pragmatic. I kind of like that because I feel like sometimes you need to have a bit more stableness in your stream. This controlled stableness, you need to have a leash on your fans essentially, because I feel like that didn't happen with Vox's stream, and also like Mista stream. I do think Mista has it now. The only one lacking among Luxiem to have that leash is probably Vox. But yeah, I'm still not gonna watch Mista that much maybe, or like even Ike. Yeah. I mean, they're good people.
Ow.
Ike fans.
But yeah. Sorry, I like people who have a leash on their fence just from the start. Like, establish the boundaries, Like, don't cross it. Because, like, the thing is, like, when you cross Shu's boundaries, he will punish you for that. Like, he would genuinely punish you for that. And I'm like...
But I'm scared of Shu sometimes.
Yeah, because like, if you tell him, like, drink water, Shu, remember to drink water. Or, like, Shu, remember to, like, sit up straight, posture check. And then he'll be like... or you tell, like, Shu, like, oh, you should go off stream to rest. And he'll be like... He'll actually go off stream. Like, he'll end the stream immediately.
You genuinely shoo you away.
Yeah, I'm like... you better don't fuck with this man. Because... when the man said not to backseat him, you better don't fucking backseat him. Like, your minions, jeez.
Alright, I think going deeper into that topic of like, because Luxiem is the most popular members, and you did mention one fact about reining in your fans, keeping boundaries and stating what's not okay. I do think the boys generally have more of this problem compared to the girls. So can we get into that particular topic? It's like this relative parasocial dynamic between like the members. Like, what do you guys think about that particular topic? I think just now Matahari gave his thoughts on that. What about you, Luna?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic of like being overly, like the fact that he mentioned about reining in your fans or letting them know the boundaries, the parasocialism.
Oh yeah, no, I really like it when livers, they like set up boundaries, especially like because ever since like the Luxiem boys debuted, like every other Niji wave, it's like in their 2.0 everyone is like, what's your boundary, what's this, what's that, but like I think it's really important to have that, but I think it's also good to like, even if you give like no boundaries at the beginning, but then later on establish that, it's kind of weird because some fans are like, oh, but he was okay with this before, should still be fine, right? But like they don't like keep in mind that feelings can change on different like boundaries and such as time progresses, which I find very irritating. But I think it's good when livers have these boundaries and they're very firm with them. That's why, like, after, like, a bunch of stuff happened with Vox, and then he finally set up boundaries, I was like, oh, shit, he's actually setting up boundaries. Good for him. But, like, it only had to go to shit for him to finally, like, put up boundaries. But, like, they're up now, so, like, can't really say much. But I think boundaries are good because it shows that, like, you know your self-respect and what you do like and what you don't. And, like, okay, I know we're talking about Luxiem, but I'm gonna like kind of go into Fulgur for a bit, because with his boundaries, he said multiple times that he's gonna do what he wants to do and what he likes, and if the people don't like it, then he'll only have that like small community that does, and he'll be able to keep that small community close. I like that idea, because like, so then you have your own community that like respects you and respects your boundaries, and like actually likes what you do, instead of just being like, oh my god, you're hot, bark, you know?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, like how you mentioned, like earlier Mata mentioned about how Vox's personality, take out the ASMR, that's the real personality. But most people only blindly see the ASMR side.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the part. Do you guys have any more to say about this part of the topic, or?
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Okay, continue. Go on.
Go on.
Noctyx side, we haven't mentioned Noctyx side. I don't know how bad Noctyx side got. I think it's better from the casual
It's better.
look. Yeah.
Noctyx side better.
I'm saying I have to say a bit like what I think about Vox's issue, and like I didn't like the Luxiem boys issue, because I'm pretty sure it's not standalone that like Vox has a million subs. It's Mr. 2, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. 2.
What I thought about this popularity, there's a bit of a downside and an upside, but the thing is that the boys weren't prepared for the popularity, definitely, because it's like they popped off like in an overnight, and it was too crazy. They couldn't expect it. Let's say like you're like a fucking factory order, and you have to ship out cupcakes, and then you don't know, like suddenly like someone like, oh, look at these hot boys like on TikTok, and then suddenly you have like a trillion of like customers like flocking to you, and you have to fulfill those orders of the night. That's like what I think of the boys, because they never anticipated the reception that they were gonna get, like just with the building. And I was like, and they couldn't handle boundaries and like establish the parasocialism that was like, if you do not deal it on set, like the prevention is like cancer. If you don't prevent it, when the time comes and like the illness hits in real quick, like real hard, you'll be like, fuck, the consequences are like coming to you. You're like, and you have to deal with those issues down the line, like doxing and stuff, or like death threats. Like, I mean, death threats is like a thing when you get popular, but
Yeah.
if you're too early in your career and you're not ready to deal with that mentally, you're essentially fucked in the ass. I'm telling you this. You're fucked in the ass, and you're like, bruh.
You mean stuck in the ass?
Stuck in the ass. I'll say like the good side of like them getting popular very fast is like, you know, like they get the money from it, and then they can use that money to immediately improve themselves. Like I think I remember Mr. like mentioning like getting like things for their mom, because Mr.'s like income is like, their household is not so good, you know, like bit on I think he dropped out of like college too, you know. Yeah, didn't finish he didn't finish. He just dropped out and then joined Niji and stuff.
No, I think he did. Did he finish? Because he did a stream like when the recent Niji auditions opened up. He did a stream where he was like, guys, it's very important that you get an education first before you think about
because he didn't finish his education, and then he just left and then continued VTubing. Yeah, so imagine like if you're like essentially imagine, you know, if you're doing education, you're already busy, And then like imagine you get so popular and then you get fucked in the ass mentally and physically because you can't handle the toll of entertaining like 1 million fans, and you're don't do it, guys. I'm just saying, be a bit ready, you know, because like that could happen overnight. Usually I encourage more of a popularity growth, like what you said, Folger and Anna. Harboring a bit of a small of a community is like best, you know. Eventually let it grow. Don't let it, you know, come too fast to you or you die inside. I hate people.
Inside.
Comes.
Don't come. Let it come overnight. I'm just saying. Okay, but sorry, the sponsor says.
All right. So you're talking about mentioning about having growth. I think education is true. That is definitely true, because outside of being a talent, a streamer, what are you, right? You can't guarantee you are always gonna be a streamer, unless, you know, especially if you're a VTuber under a company, right? You don't actually own the character you're playing, to be fair. So what happens when you finally have to retire someday? You all know someday people have to retire as the character they are. You don't have the same job forever, right? So the interesting thing is always you always should get a lot more outside of just being having fans. Fame alone doesn't mean everything. Remember, guys, if you are planning to be, you know, like streamer, talent, or whatever the hell, like me, I'm not popular. Thank God. If not, I'd be fucking ass.
It's kind of like the same issue in like the K-pop fandom. Like, imagine like some people do not make the cut, and I know that right now that a lot of like they're debuting a lot of like younger people, right? Because like usually they train the trainee for like since childhood, and they prep them up to like 18 or 19 or a bit younger than that, even like 17, 15, 16, 15. Like people go debuting at the age. I think the latest like oldest debut was like around like 25-ish. It was like Kepler, right? Eugene's Kepler. She debuted at 20.
Oh yeah.
She debuted
Yeah, no,
in 25.
especially.
I think this problem goes all
Yeah,
around the
she's
media entertainment industry, because child actors have been a
Yeah.
thing since long time ago, right?
But
And
the
you
thing is,
know a
acting
lot.
never
Yeah.
goes out. The acting never goes out. But like K-pop, cause the thing is like they don't have the education like in K-pop. Like VTubing, like imagine like you do like acting, you could still go into like what's it called, musicals. You can do like what is it called, stage plays. You can still do
Stage
that.
play, you can do a lot. There's a lot of
Oh, yeah,
ways
Or
to
you
act,
can do
yeah.
voice acting. You can still go and do the other ventures, but like
Yes.
K-pop idols usually don't have like any pathway, because like, you know, they retire at like 30. They retire around that age, around like late 20s or like 30s, early 30s, like
Or later even sometimes.
yeah. It depends on like if they can hold themselves like after like the 7-year, like, you know, like, this is a 7-year
curse.
Yeah, 7-year curse where like if the group usually doesn't last like past 7 years, because that's the time where they retire. Like 7 years is like somewhat of a long time, but it's also like a very short time in your part of your life. It's like,
Especially if that's supposed to be your like main career.
yeah. So I still think like VTubers still have a bit of a leeway if they, you know, like if they get like, imagine like Nijisanji like Thanos snaps like, you know, they still have like their streaming, like previous streams content to back them up. Like I'm pretty sure Osu's not diving over time. Imagine like, you know, like Nijisanji's like
Osu
like
never
before
dies.
they can just go back
It
to
never dies.
Osu, or like go back to Twitch, or go back to YouTube to reestablish like a new indie. That's still okay. Or they want to take something different, like go back into education, you know, or like, you know, there's some people still like doing like their RL jobs, like they can go back to OL, you know, like
Yeah, and then some of them are like in school currently, or like recently finished school, like Petra and such, so they still have that education to back them up.
yeah. Nijisanji is not their forefront. I remember like, yeah,
No,
They
let's.
have the.
I want to think about it this way as well. Like, let's say a lot of K-pop scene, right? A lot of times, if you're like recruited since young, a lot of the production you actually don't do. If I have to assume, right? Like being the singer, and the only thing you learn as the talent is you're forced to learn a lot of singing, dancing, and I guess marketing in a sense. Maybe not 100% you, because a lot of times you're handled by someone else, right? Like let's say the music production, they barely touch most of it, besides the vocals. And a lot of the times, I think a lot of aspects of the production you don't learn. And I think that's the important part, is that if you can inherit those skills, you can last outside of the current thing that you're doing. So let's say if you're a VTuber.
Niji fans specifically do that though. No, Niji fans. What am I talking about?
Niji
fans. Suddenly
Okay.
you're very like Niji fans. What are
Damn,
talking
Niji
about
fans be making songs? Sheesh. Wait, Luna's right here.
No.
Hey, I don't make songs. Hey,
Yeah.
that's not mine. That's Vince. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You
I know
yeah.
that Nijisanji like they handle their covers like directly, like the thing, cause like only official like songs like Virtual to Life and like are a bit more handled directly by Nijisanji, the company. But like let's say like original songs, covers, that's all up to the liver to do. Because they have like they just need to just do it themselves, like execute like communication between like the producers and like the artists and the motion graphic,
Yeah, and then like mixers.
and then it's just
and
up
such.
to the manager sans to like oversee. Oh, is this content okay? Is this content not okay? Like they have to go to screening essentially, and that takes time.
I think that's the good difference between, like as you mentioned, the K-pop scene versus the VTuber scene currently.
Yeah,
Even the biggest agencies, right, which is Nijisanji, Hololive, or Bishoujo, they relatively let the production side to be handled by the talents themselves. Like I know Anna often like commissions other people to help make her songs or mix the arrangements if she wants to do a karaoke or something.
Yeah.
And also I think most cases, unless it's the company's own song, like Chinese My Story on Hololive side or like Virtual to Life as you mentioned for the Nijisanji side, these are definitely songs handled directly by the company themselves because they are pretty much the company's like trademark song. So makes sense. True. Now, I don't know if you guys still have any more to say, but we should probably move on. Next one, because we haven't even got into Noctyx. We're still at Noctyx. Right.
So I was like, how did we get into K-pop?
You
How-
went into so many tangents. You're so lucky I cut that off.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. If it was just me and Apple, this shit wouldn't happen, to be fair. I wish this happened more. Alright, so with Noctyx, there's Sunny, Uki, I don't know a lot of them. My opinion on like the Luxiem boys, I didn't mention, but I'm not the biggest fan in terms of like watching. But of course, the interesting thing I know about Vox recently is that the fact that he plays Smash Brothers Melee, which is like the old ass game that came out in 2001. Like, oh my god, bro,
You have a Smash
Told you, old
official
man. I
Nadia
told
right
you,
here.
old man.
Yeah. And then there's Mista with every single like food calamity he creates on Twitter. So that's the deepest thing I know. Also Lucas Boobas, as you. These are the things I know as a Kaiser fan. These get spread everywhere.
Focal point. You can never forget Lucas Boobas.
Yes, when Anna always mauls about how Lucas Boobas are bigger, you know that's when something is wrong. That's something. So going into going to Noctyx, all right. Noctyx members, I if I know correctly, like you guys are also Noctyx fans. So what? Give yourself like just a shorter go through around of Noctyx, because Luxiem is the most popular one. We all know. No, Noctyx deserves their time, right? Okay, Luna, your turn.
Okay. Noctyx. I'm actually more fan of Noctyx than Luxiem.
Yo,
Recently.
converted.
So, I know converted. So, when I first watched the Noctyx debut, it was actually the first debut stream I ever caught. I can English. It's the first debut stream I actually caught, and I was actually like watching it with my friend, and like half of it I was like in math class, and so I was like silently diapadding my desk
Silently screaming.
while watching it. Just like, oh my god, I love him. So my first impressions. Okay, I don't remember who was first. Was it Sunny? Sunny, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna try and act like this character the whole time. The Taito, like a VSF officer. And then I heard his voice and it's like, oh shit, that's an Australian.
That's an Australian.
That's an Australian right there. Sorry, drinking water. And then, so I was thinking like, oh, is he gonna like keep up with this character? He does, kind of. And so at first I was like, oh, he's like very serious. He knows like, not serious in a way that's like quite serious, like serious quote unquote character wise. That's what I liked about them, like of Noctyx in their debut series. Like they're very much like in their character roles. And then Albin, I used to Oshi, like Kami Oshi Albin, like in Noctyx, but now it's Uki and Fulgur, so that's switched. Albin, I was like, oh, soft cat boy. He's a dork. It's a cat boy.
Sheesh.
It's a.
You get cat girls too often. Now
it's
it's a
a-
cat boy. Like, oh.
Now we have a cat boy. It was so funny because he was so dismissive of the cat persona, and now he's just a cat.
He's just a cat.
And then I don't really remember first impressions much because I tend to like think about what I think of them now. And then Fulgur, at first I cringed so hard at Fulgur. I was like, I'm not gonna watch his streams. And then his debut 2.0 where he's like, I am not this grungy Legatus boy. I am a nerd. I like books. I like danme. I like BL. And I was like, I like him.
Oh.
I like him. He like showed off his dorky side like in this 2.0 and I was like, oh, he's got storyline, but he's also like very like down to earth, very casual, and he like knows what he likes, like I mentioned before. And I was like, I like that. Because at first I was like, oh, this voice is really cringy. I hate how he's acting so edgy. Because I don't personally like that in like a stream because I just think I'm just cringing.
She can't handle
you know?
the edge, guys.
I can't handle the edge. This is why I like soft boys. Speaking of soft boys, Uki. I loved Uki. From the debut stream, I was like, I'm Kamiyoshiing this boy. And like he's so funny. And then the main thing I can remember from my first impression was, I have heterophobia. Wait, no, heterochronia.
Heterophobia.
And that made me lose my mind. And so at first I was like, I like him. He's got that soft voice, very talented at singing because Deja Vu, oh my god, that song had me in a chokehold for so long. Like so talented. And then Yugo, although being an ex-member of Noctyx, was actually one of my favorites. Not like Oshi level, but like really close to being. Because at first I was like, oh no, the stream isn't working. Like it made me really sad. And then like the whole debut stream, it was like kind of like somber, but then it like picked up in energy and I got really excited. And I kind of just liked his energy because you could tell he was very playful and such, but like also very serious, and then also another music person, like come on. And so yeah, my first impressions of them were very much like they're playing really hard into their character, like their Nijisanji assigned character, but they're making it their own, and I really like that. Yeah. That was supposed to be short. That wasn't short.
Hey, this is shorter than the Luxiem. Hey, but you missed out one talent.
Huh?
Sunny?
Did I?
You go.
I said Sunny first.
Huh?
I said Yugo at the end.
Oh yeah, you just mentioned. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, Matahari, what about you?
Yes, Matahari, yes.
Matahari, yes.
Yes, Matahari.
I'm still hung on the thought and the caught
What?
and the catch.
Huh?
The past
Oh,
verbs.
my fail of English.
Yeah.
My fail of English.
The past
Wow,
verbs.
thanks, Adi.
Exposed.
English. Okay.
Thanks, Adi. Damn.
Okay. You know what? I'll just go with Uki because my brain's empty right now and I can't think. Okay, Uki. Ukinya. When I watched him, I was like, my first expectation from looking at the visual, I was like, man, this. I didn't like the gradient hair. Not gonna lie, I was like, this is too much for me.
Bro.
But then when I watched his stream, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. Like, I was attracted to him later. I was like, wow, nice stream, bro. Nice, very good. Not much to think about TBH. A very chill streamer. Yeah. Does a lot of chill content. I don't know why I have not much words. Next we have Fulgur, the baby girl. When I watched him first time, I was like, wow, this guy, I don't know what's the bondage thing going on, his thing, but yeah.
Bro.
And then when I jumped onto his stream, I was like, man, this guy is trying so hard. And then like he just immediately just dropped the fucking like whatever fucking like goddess act like after the 2.0. I was like, okay, finally, this is the raw you. So this is the essential.
I like
It's
this
fucking
you.
This is
raw.
the you. It's fucking raw, exactly. So I liked him more, but then like after he dropped the fucking cringe act, cause like, man, this is so cringe. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It was so bad. I couldn't like stay serious.
Yeah, it was like, man, bro, good for you, man. At least you filtered out all the sims. You know, if no one's gonna stay for the cringe you, then
You
who's
bait
gonna
the
stay for the
Sims
real
and
you?
fuck 'em up.
Exactly. Who's gonna stay? You can just fuck him up for real, for real.
Give them emotional damage. Oh my god, you not
Okay.
know lore?
Give him whiplash.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's just the flaw on how their characters are a lot more written down, the lore, versus like Luxiem. I think this is what I see from what you guys mentioned. was just
Yeah,
that
yeah. I
Luxiem's
remember
base
they
lore was
Yeah.
pretty
they tweeted out their
simple.
lore essentially, because the reason why they're not cringe is because they actually did like planned tweets as a group. Like they had like group lore, and then like
Yeah, no.
yeah, because like
those
I think
tweets were
Fogo was so
cool.
smart. Fogo, I don't know who, cause like maybe it's like it came under like as a team effort to put the law, but I'm pretty sure I think Fogo's like the one who written the law a bit, like as a group
Fanfiction
together.
Blog
before
as well.
fiction happened.
His blog as well.
Like Legatus 505 is like essentially like the group's law, right? Like sprinkled in with the group's law.
Yeah, it made me sob. I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna lie. At one point, I like started tearing up. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm crying."
If you're wondering what Legatus 505 is, essentially like a fan fiction or like official law. Basically, it's like a written work by Fulgur that explains the law a bit. Like it's kind of is it like a diary writing?
It's Fulgur's novel, but it's written in the sense of it's kind of like Fulgur or the goddess's like diary,
Yeah,
like his
yeah.
memories.
Yeah, as the little
But it's
robot
like-
man.
Yeah, it's this novel about like him, his past, and like Noctyx as well.
Yeah. It
So
gives
I
you a
would
little
joke
bit
around
more.
and say that's the fan fiction before the fans came in.
Kinda, in a way.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But I do think like you mentioned, the fact that the lore came in so strong that I think the first impression was more split, because like if for those of you who don't like the lore, it's like and then they come in, the character is actually pretty nice. The person behind the character is pretty nice. Then you guys found your own like personal favorite talents. Makes a lot of sense. I
I feel
do
like
think
the
they've been making a
lore-
lot more lore lately.
The law is
No,
like
after
yeah.
Luxiem. After Luxiem, the lore became more heavy. Like with recently XLAs, I was like, damn, all of them are like fully animated, written out. And it's so funny if you like watch all the like the lore videos, like from most recent to like latest. Like the last quote unquote like funny casual one is quite literally
Shoes. Oh my god.
Shoes.
Like he
shoes. With the flying poop.
I don't think
And
he
then-
even put like that much. He didn't even like commission any assets for that debut. I think no he did,
You know,
but
he
not for
said-
the story.
He said he screen recorded his OBS and just like,
Yeah, I think he used the stickers. Like what's it called? What's the stickers called? the Japanese stickers.
And then just put his hair on it.
Yeah. And then he whatever. I think his debut video is like he was from another timeline. And then I think there was like, I don't know, my memory has holes, but I remember very vaguely like there's poop involved. And then like your mom like that
flying poop.
Like he like your mom
Burning hotter than your mom.
Well, my question for you guys is the lore that do you guys like the fact that they are adding more lore to every batch of talents?
You wanna go first, Hottie? Because I have a strong opinion on this.
I don't know. I have a bit mixed one because I'm like whatever, you know. I'm all for like reducing the stress on your debut, because I think if I were put into the spot of like being like debuted in a short time, I will piss like a dog, like in anxiety, because like I don't do well under pressure. So I'm like I'm all for it if they can reduce the work and the stress of actually establishing like serious shit, like for real cook, like they have to cook up something. I'm like
imagine writing your own Dark Souls lore before you debut. Sheesh.
Yeah, for real. And you have to commission people to like actually, you know, like I don't know.
Imagine all the money that goes out before you start your streams.
Yeah. Like I don't think that's too good if you're starting out to like you're barely earning bank. Like you only cash out at the end of the month and you're already using up that much money. I'm like, I don't know. There's a bit of cheaper alternatives rather than like needing to splurge on law and all the things behind. Because there's still other things behind other than law you need to splurge on. Like imagine you come up, you have to like imagine you're doing like a debut like MV like. The teasers and stuff and all the assets, and like imagine you on the slides. I don't know if they do commission the slides, or like they want to commission the first piece of art, or the first the schedule that you need to commission it, you know, from the artist. All those kind of little things lah. I'm just saying lah, you know, it's not up to, because like I know like when Ring debuted, she didn't commission. I don't know if she commissioned, but I think like some things were like she asked her friends for permission, like, hey, can I use this as like a super chat like GIF, like that, you know, like before she debuted, because fans are fast at drawing. So yeah, it depends. If I would say like if you can save costs. Don't spend like tons of money and not fucking feed yourself and starve and eat like cup noodles just because you just needed to like have this like banger debut, you know. That's why I have
great advice for all those who are thinking of starting their own indie scene, you know. Please
focus on the content. It's about you.
Yeah, it's about personality. Literally. It's about you. About the reason why people stay is not their debut. It's literally you. All these fancy graphics and shit don't matter that much to start. All right, Luna, what about what's your hard take?
It's not really a hard take, but I mean like strong. I mean like I know how I feel about it like from the get-go. Okay, so I agree entirely with that, but for me, I feel like the lore video doesn't have to be that special. It's a nice touch, but you don't need to be burning your bread for
burning
like,
your
that
bread.
nice of a lore
Burning
video.
your bread.
Look, I refer to mosh money as bread. Okay.
Petra graining that
but
bread.
like.
Anyways, continue.
True. But like, I think lore is good to establish your character, but I think it's also important that your lore is like also tied into how you are as a person, like how you as a streamer like act. And so like I think lore is good so that people can like have something to like think of when they think of your stream, like they have like a character to think of, because like with VTubing you're essentially an actor. You're like acting as a different person. It's still you, but like the one that people see is like not you. Does that make sense? And so I think the lore is good and like important, so you establish who you are and like how you act. And I think it's also like, I'm gonna reference Ike with this because how Ike does it when he talks about his personal life, not so much recently anymore, but he used to be like, oh, I contacted my parents through this time travel thingy, it's like I find that really interesting and cool when they still keep to their lore, like how Luxiem's from the past and Noctyx is from the future. I like how they still like stay. What's the word? There's a word.
Grounded?
They
No.
they still stay connected with that lore.
They don't break the
So
fourth
it
wall,
builds
huh?
their character. Yeah, the fourth wall. And they like use that character to like build up who they are as a person, and then later on they steer away from it. I think that's good for when you're first starting out like streaming. So they establish who you are.
Actually,
kind
it
of.
reminds you of like Mayuzumi Kai. I remember. Okay, Mayuzumi Kai is a JP lifer. If you do not know, he graduated around last year and moved on, and he's no longer in liver Nijisanji. I know he's a staff. I don't know. Question mark. I don't want to assume. I remember like doing one of their outfits. They actually did like a lore review. Basically, essentially, they used the like the ad, in Japan, right? You walk in the cities, right? There's like, like those ads, like those television playing those ads. So essentially, to build up his like one of his like new outfits, he did like the teaser on the city ads itself. Like, hey, I'm taking over this place. It's essentially, I think a lot of his like teasers are like kind of fourth wall breaking, but essentially he has lore to them. Like he'll put a bit more lore to it, and like actually rent out like the city advertisements just to like hey, I'm doing a new outfit, come and watch me, essentially, kind of thing. And I thought that was super cool. Sometimes like people, when they do lore breaks, that involves with reality, and everyone, you have to be in like actual person to like, hey, this is my teaser. I'm like, whoa, that's like fucking cool. Like it reminds me of like ARG shit. It shits my pants a bit. I'm like, imagine you're just walking down the streets and a VTuber on the television streets, they'll be like, hey, it's me, Mayuzumi Kai. I'm here to like, save humanity or whatever shit. That was really cool for me. Sometimes it pays off. Like lore really pays off. That's what I think.
I do think like let's say, I think the fact that you can use the lore as a actual trailer to let the people talk, being a discussion point before your debut, is 100% good. It depends on how much you can stick to it, because if you can write it properly to the fact that it's more closer to how you actually want to portray yourself after the debut, then that will be easier on the talent themselves.
I feel like, like Fogger and Anna just gave up. I feel like Fogger and Anna just gave up. Because Anna was supposed to be say-so, but she did not say so. I feel.
Well, Anna, there's no way Anna is say-so by default.
No way.
She gave up after
Anna.
debut.
Yeah, and
Couldn't
it's
keep
good
up
that
the
they
act
can be like,
anymore.
no, I don't think I can do this, bro.
They tapped out. I'm like,
No. Don't be parasocial, guys. And then she's the one being parasocial to everybody. Okay. All right. So making those points, I think you guys put a lot of good points. So to mix it up in the middle, we're almost at the last third of this episode. Let's do a quick quiz and / trivia session between you guys. You guys are gonna kind of compete to see who can get the more
what the
points.
fuck?
All right. So the first one, I think it will be quite easy. You guys will both have a turn. If you guys are real fans, you guys will just know. All right. So let me mix it up. Matahari, can you name all of Noctyx's fan names?
Noctyx?
Yes. See, I got a mix up.
The fucking little tadpoles.
Tadpole.
Can you name their names?
Ugoians, whatever. Okay, wait. I'll start with Confidence, yeah.
Correct.
The Fokker friends. The fucking little jellyfish. The star.
Jellyfish.
Give us the
What's
name,
it called?
bro.
I don't remember. I forgot. Like, I'm having like memory lapses. Sorry. I
Brain work
forgot.
harder.
The little Stargazer,
better, honey. Do
Stargazer!
better.
Yeah!
Okay, okay, okay.
Stargazer. Stargazers, and then the third one is the Takara, the Takara Dachis,
Yes.
Tomodachis, Takara
Correct,
Dachis.
correct,
I think it's Takara Dachis. Number 4 is the Brisk Cadets,
Mm-hmm.
the sadistic
One more.
ones. The
Just missing Yugo's fandom.
I forgot already. Wait, no, I can't forget. Wait, the
How dare you,
You can't forget.
I forget everything, honestly.
Same.
Let me
If you give up, we're gonna pass to Luna. Luna gonna get fucked.
No. What is it
Come
called?
on, Hari. Tap out.
No,
Tap
I'm not
out.
tapping. Wait.
Tap out, Hari.
I'm just joking.
Apple's
I'm
gonna
just
have to
doing-
have a volume warning.
What's it called?
Countdown. 10, 9.
No!
Eight.
Wait!
7.
Let me think.
Six.
You guys. Oh,
5.
woo!
4.
You guys.
Okay, correct.
Hello?
Correct.
Oh my god.
Correct. It's lol. All right, you got them all. Yeah.
Oh, this is so
Yeah.
That was the
aggressive.
funniest struggle.
I could feel the panic.
All right. Well, you know what's coming up. Luna, Luxiem, all fan ins. Go.
Okay. So, Shu, it's your minions. Luca, it's the Lucubs. Ike, it's the Quildren. Vox, it's the Kindred. And Mista, it's the Mistakes.
Damn, easy. Sheesh. You know this is the A student right here. Let's go.
Yeah.
A
Alright.
plus
Yeah.
GPA 4.0.
All right, gonna mix it up. Next one. I'm gonna test you guys on some of the relationship names they've gave themselves between like talents.
Ships.
Oh,
Yes.
let's go.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
So I think this one is a little bit weird, but what is the name between the relationship between Shu and Mista? Because I don't think anybody says this name often.
They're brothers.
That's not the full name. Almost.
Who's their mama? Wait.
I'm going first.
Who's their mama? Wait. Shoot.
What's the mama?
Who's their mama? Wait.
I'm thinking so fast that I can't even think.
Wait, no, that's Luca's mama. No, that's Fulker's.
The Hoel
Correct.
Hoel brothers.
Correct. So it's the Hoel brothers,
Oh, nice.
Shu and Mysterious. Okay. To mix this up next.
my
Okay.
God.
Who are the members consisting in Niji Chaos?
Huh?
There's a lot.
Yeah, who are the members
Niji
in
Chaos?
Niji Chaos?
Ada empat.
Doesn't that switch out?
Hmm?
Don't those switch out? Wait.
What do you mean by switch out? No, we're not.
Oh,
you
no,
guys
never
are
mind.
like trying to vie who can answer this one first. Actually, this one's more of a team effort more than like just now that one.
Yeah, no, team effort.
Niji Chaos, there's Vox, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Correct?
Vox?
No.
And
I'm thinking of Niji cancelled.
No, that's not the right one.
Uh,
I mean, Niji
Niji
cancels both.
Chaos.
Vox is in both.
there's so many people in
Yeah,
Niji
yeah.
Chaos though.
There are 4 members in Niji
Mista?
Chaos.
Huh?
Mista, correct? This is
Vox,
based on the
Mista.
VTuberFandom.com. Alright. You guys
Is
said
it
Vox and
Millie?
Mista? Yes, Millie.
Millie?
One more.
not Selene. Is it Selene?
Nope.
no.
Nope.
I think is it?
Fulgur?
Yeah.
Correct. It's Vulgar.
Yeah. woo!
Yeah.
So Niji
Yeah.
Chaos consists of Vox, Mista, Fulgur, and Millie. Makes a lot of sense, right?
No.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right. So naturally, the next one. What is the correlation between Fulgur Vox and the Hololive ID talent, Ollie.
Brother and sister.
They all have the same mama.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what is this
Lam-
relationship?
Brother and sister, sibling.
No,
Not-
there's actually a particular relationship name
Lamb.
in between Fogger and Fox. Now, not counting
Oh,
Ollie.
really?
That's the tip.
Those are the Lamb brothers.
Correct, Lamb
Those
brothers.
are the Lamb brothers. So they're Lamb.
Oh.
family.
Lamb
They're
brothers
the Lamb
sounds
family.
so funny. Sounds like they're both sheep. Okay. Last one we're gonna go with.
dad's
Which one would be
vacuuming.
the funny one for you guys?
I don't know.
Okay, there's a group called the PNGs. Who the heck is inside?
What the fuck?
Huh?
There are 5 members in the
PNGs.
PNGs. This is mainly just Nijisanji, alright? Just Nijisanji only.
Is it like the P's? Like
No.
the P's? Because like there's like P in
The
there.
initials, the PNG doesn't have any particular thing to do with their names.
What
Nothing
the fuck?
particular. I also don't know why it's called this, so those of you in the comments can tell us why are they called
I'm
PNG.
gonna get ass fuck. This is like quiz like I never asked for.
The PNGs?
If this one is too vague, maybe you can change it. If you guys cannot think of it.
Yeah, this is a little bit hard, honestly.
Alright.
Petra? No. Petra?
Oh, Petra's not in it.
Oh damn.
Okay, I think makes something that's a little more makes a little more sense. Okay, bifocal buddies. Who is this? There's 2 people.
Huh?
Oh, Ike and Aya.
Right. All right. Good. So you guys made it through
I
this
don't
little
know.
segment. Okay, last
Yay.
one. This is literally just exposing Mr.'s cooking incidents, but I want to tell you guys a little bit. All right, this is like part of the trivia side more than the quiz side. So let's look at there's a whole segment on the fandom.com for Mr.'s food related incidents. It's quite
Huh?
long. There's
Really?
a whole fucking segment. It's so funny. So number 1, Mr. is notorious for his unusual and questionable experience and decisions in cooking and food in general. The earliest case is when he shared that he had expired milk in his fridge which became yellow. He additionally asked, why do people keep saying it's cheese? Does cheese come from milk? Okay, shake my head, but yes. Alright, next one. This one is the one that's probably the most famous one. Mr. Stories were noticed by comedian Nigel Ng, also known as Uncle Roger.
Oh my god, Uncle Roger.
Now, what is
No.
the storyline? What happened that he freaking got found out by Mr. Uncle Roger over here?
I remember this tweet.
Was it fried rice?
Shit.
No, that was not the reason. It is related to rice.
Was it the rice and maggots?
Washing rice?
Yes, one more. There's one more about it.
The way there's multiple.
Washing rice? Cooking rice?
There's 2 points where Uncle Roger's
Measuring rice?
Are they both rice?
Yes,
Not
they're
washing
both
rice?
rice.
Was it?
Well, it is
leaving
it
was
is
it
the fried
making
rice one.
fried rice?
Yes.
Was it making fried rice out of raw rice?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Okay, you guys both answered it correctly. So the first time when Mr. mentioned Gordon Ramsay on Twitter asking if it's okay to not wash his rice, Uncle Roger responded with, "Is it alright to take a dump without wiping?" That's Uncle Roger's response to that tweet. The second time
Oh my
was
God.
when a fan shared a clip of Mr. sharing his story of the time he made fried rice. He replied, Uncle Roger replied, "Someone tell me who is this mysterious guy and why is he torturing me like this?" So yeah, this ends the segment of specifically the quiz between Luxiem and Noctyx. So you guys made it through. So the one with more
Yes,
confidence,
Yay.
naturally, you guys can tell us in the comments who won. But I felt Luna was more confident in her answers overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Fuck it.
Yeah, Matahari was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was the best." True. All right, we're making it true. So now let's talk about the deeper topics that Luxiem and Noctyx would inevitably really let us have. I think the first one we already talked about, which was the relationship between fans and the talents. We talked about that one, so we're moving past that. I think the second topic, which will be the second to last topic we're going to talk about today, I think it's about the lifespan of a talent and how how obviously Yugo Asuma, the fifth member of Noctyx, who we didn't actually go in too deep throughout this whole podcast from my perspective, right? And he obviously has graduated within the past year.
Yeah.
Now the problem was, now I don't 100% know the reason, not to say that's particular. You guys can give me the details on that later.
Oh
But
my
I think the
God.
topic is the graduation of a talent and how a fan feels about it from your guys' perspective, and also what maybe what you guys can do for the talent or as a fan. What do you guys think about this topic, like graduations? Specifically about Yugo, right? In this case.
Yeah. For me, Yugo was actually because like I said, I didn't really get into Niji until Luxiem, so Yugo was the first like graduation that I experienced of like a liver that I actually like constantly watched and like enjoyed his streams and like looked forward to. So for me, it kind of felt like grief. Like I was really upset, even though I was like, it's not like he's gone, but like I won't be able to like watch his streams anymore. Well, I can now, but like, you know, back then when the graduation was fresh, I was really upset. For me, the way that I kind of got, like, I was really upset over because it was so sudden. Like it was, like it felt like it was coming because of a lot of the like sudden breaks and stuff, but like it was really sudden. Like I woke up one morning and I was like, graduation. We didn't even get a graduation stream. Like there was no like announcement from Yugo himself. It was just gone, you know?
Got Thanos snapped.
Literally Thanos snapped. Like without any warning, and then I see like all the tweets from like Niji En like being really hurt, especially Noctyx, and I'm a very empathetic person. And like all my friends around me, they were also sobbing, so I started sobbing. And so like I participated in a few like thank you Yugo projects, like the milkshake one, the tweet one. I was about to do the song one, but I got busy with school. But yeah, my tip essentially is like, cause it's the same thing as like negative emotions in general. Everybody like copes with it differently, like if it's to distract yourself or like remember the best memories of it. But yeah, luckily for Yugo, now Yugo has come back to like the internet but under a different persona. Am I allowed to talk about that?
Don't go too deep, but yeah, you can mention it.
I won't go in too deep, but Yugo did come back to like the internet but under like a different name. So luckily my heart is happy now. But yeah, in the moment it's kind of like a feeling of loss, because like with Vtuber graduations, it's hard for some people to like pinpoint if the liver is gonna come back under like an indie or like go back to their past life or literally just disappear off the face of the internet. So, and this is my first graduation, so I don't really know much about it or like how some people feel. But that's how I handled it and like what I think about it. So, yeah. How do you?
Mata?
Oh my god, I'm gonna like drop so many like bombshells. Just like this topic is so like,
Cancer
how I
speedrun?
say, I going boom vibe, boom vibe, boom vibe. I don't know. I think like some people are not ready for it because like I knew that Yugo was gonna graduate. Actually, I already knew, like, cause I actually watched Yugo a bit earlier before they reached their 6th month. I watched Yugo a bit. And also like various multiple streams where like certain occurrences is not acceptable for a liver to do, and it's a repeated offense that the action that Yugo Asuma has done can get involved into what is it, like doxing? Not doxing. It's more like revealing of private information in a public space that is not okay. And I'm like, how do I say, expected for Yugo Asuma to graduate considering the amount of breaks, but I think in reality they should, because like the breaks was used as suspension, right, temporary suspension to let Yugo Asuma take a break from the offenses they have committed, in a way. Like, the offenses sometimes weren't intentional, but like, how do I say, once you break a vase, it doesn't matter the intent.
It's hard to put it back together.
Yeah, it's hard to put it back together, one, especially if the person is not too, like, very emotionally volatile already, and also, like, you cannot, like, how do I say, the base is broken. there's no going back from there. Yeah. That's what I thought. Like, there was just too many repeated offense. Like, there's no going back already. Like, imagine, let's say once, it's still okay, but like, if you boom 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 sorry, who's ever's editing this, boom boom boom, and like 3 times already, GG already. Like, bro, like, I know it's not your fault, but like, it doesn't matter the intention. The vase is broken. Like, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I won't talk into deeply like what the offenses were. Maybe I'll talk a bit like the behavior change a bit, because it really struck me a bit different when I saw Yugo Asuma acting like that, and I was like, this is not Yugo Asuma, in a way. Like, it's a more like volatile Yugo Asuma, you know. That's what I thought. Yeah. Am I allowed to go deeply?
How deep are you planning to go?
Is archive mentioning of what the content of the archive stream allowed?
If it's unarchived, then I don't think we can mention, right? But archive, I think can. If it's archived, yes. But everything is deleted, so
I'm talking about an archive. I'm talking like an archive streams because of like, yeah.
We won't go too deep into it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit fucky-wucky. I don't know. I can't say much.
Just a little fucky-wucky.
I was just dumb. I couldn't care about my popularity. I have no popularity. Like, I like creating content, but I did care. I like dropping truths better. I don't know.
Alright.
Staying truthful is my motto, for real.
What kind of truths do you gonna bring?
Oh, you go. Okay, I'll talk about one stream that wasn't like, I don't think it's archived. It was during like Uki was touring in Minecraft, the world that the Stargazers like built for him, and then he was touring inside. So he decided to invite like a few Niji members. I remember vaguely. I remember Volker. I remember Vox, and I remember Yugo. So basically, like, and I think that was more people. IDK. My memory is like having lapses as usual, but yeah, I somewhat remember what's going on the stream. So basically, during the start of the stream, I remember Fogger, the Lambros and Yugo were like bantering around, and like they're being loud AF and kind of like talking over Uki, because like the world was kind of like Uki's stream, right? Like, the Stargazers made, you know, like if someone invited you to a party, you can just talk over the host, right, in a way. So that's what I got. I was kind of getting annoyed, and then eventually like the Lambros like got the cue, like to shut the fuck up. I'm like, I mean, good for reading room, you know. And then, but the thing is, Yugo was the one among the people who never read the room, and he kept talking over Uki or like Fulgur, whatever. Like there was narration, like, you know, like those modded like command blocks where you can like input like the narration. So like the world kind of becomes like a game in a way, like a game within a game, but like a controlled game, because kind of like a visual novel lah, in a way. Like there was like dialogue, and Fogo was reading the dialogue, and the thing is that Yugo will be like, hey, can you hear me? Hey, like that. Like he kept talking vulgar, like when you, like everyone like decided to like, you know, you gotta keep quiet when someone's narrating for everyone. So I think TDLR, Yugo could not read the room and shut up when it was needed, and it was kind of annoying because like you can't really mute out someone that like was, you know, if they're in it, they're in it, you know. It was kind of annoying, man. Like I really wanted to enjoy that stream because I think that time I rarely watched Noctyx, and I really wanted that, hey, at least I want to tune into like this Uki stream. Like it's been a while, but like I think from the experience on, I got really like, bruh moment that I you guy myself, like, bruh, this behavior is like actually genuinely not acceptable to me, because it's so what is it called? Gerating? What the fuck does
Derating.
rating even mean?
Degrading.
Not degrading, the degrading, the what does it call? Fuck, you know what? I need to like go back to school already. FML.
Need to get the vocabulary up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, this is so deep. This is my thoughts on what I think about Yugo Asuma. It's not like I ever hated him. I didn't hate him so hard for anything. But bruh, that was so like a very grating experience. Yeah, that's the word. Oh my god.
Okay, I understand that part. So I think like the hard part about acceptance is just the fact that it was so sudden that the fans couldn't have any time to like really accept it properly. So I can understand Luna's perspective as well. It literally like suddenly happened. It's like a car crash just happened type of feel.
Yeah, cause like usually like whenever something like there's a suspension, they will mention the suspension like, oh, this lifer currently suspended for this action like Zion Lanzade. But the thing it didn't happen with Yugo at all. They just gave him like a quiet suspension. So there was many times like there were very quiet leaves like during Luna's debut and like Soleil's debut. So basically he went radio silent during these times. Like they didn't say anything, you know. At least let him say like, oh, this liver is suspended temporarily due to this action. I think if they said that, it would be a bit better.
So it's like the communication from the company to the fans, I guess.
Yeah, there was no communication.
Yeah. It's quite literally just gone.
Nice pop.
Thank
I
you.
think the saddest part is just that everything he has done is just wiped off the face of the earth, to be honest. Like YouTube channel, obviously nothing is there. The social media
His
account is
covers.
also there. All the voice content is not there anymore. But of course, we still have the legacy of, let's say, Stuck in Abyss is still around, right? I don't know if they'll ever make like a reversion where the one person is gone, because like something similar did happen like with Hololive back in the day with like Holo JP, right? Where the Wave 5, one of their talents was, was kind of graduated, quote unquote, you know. And the song, I think, just changed into a 4-person version. I think Noctyx, I don't know if they're going to do the same thing, but
I don't think that will. That's a bit too expensive.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're very sentimental to that song too, as well.
So just say it, you know, please give them their time while they're still around. I think I say that of every VTuber stream at this point, like every video episode podcast.
You never
I
know
just said
when
the
your
same thing.
Oshi is going. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
knows.
Yeah, like to be honest, not every talent will have the chance to make like a very big graduation stream. That's actually the minority. Most graduations just happen. Like I think like was it Suzuhara Lulu, if I'm not mistaken, from Niji JP side.
Was it?
I don't remember if that's the
remember.
name. But even JP side, there was a major graduation that happened that I don't remember them having. They didn't have like the big graduation streams, like a whole performance. It was more like similar to an Elira 3D stream type of vibe. That was the graduation. That was it. That was the whole thing. You're done. I'm like, which is like kind of sad. You really can't expect every talent to end it with a bang. So really do give them their time while they can. So moving away from the sad, depressing discussion about graduation, let's end it
move
with
on.
Wipe your tears,
let's end it
folks.
with a positive moment.
Yeah.
What's your favorite clip or stream that you guys have watched from either the Noctyx side or Luxiem side? I think we can limit this to a collab, right? A collab.
Collab.
Yeah.
Oh.
If not, you're gonna have like way too many things.
What if I don't want to limit to a collab?
Yeah, we limit it to a collab because it's a little bit narrower of a selection. Unless you guys really want to talk about your favorite like specific
I think I'll talk
talent.
specific talent. I will.
Okay.
Like maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, you can go first because I'm still thinking.
Okay.
There's a lot.
I think I'll go with Luxiem first. Luxiem, I don't have particular streams. I think for like say like a group stream, I think a lot is about like the time where they decided to play Prop Hunt for the first time. It like that really struck within my memory because like I think that was the first collab together as a group. Like cause like
Yeah.
you
I'm a
usually
canoe, you can't hurt me.
at the end of the week of their debut, they usually have like a group stream where they get together and like showcase how the group dynamics are. You know, you gotta put some space in between with you and the group. So that makes sense. I was like, that memory of that stream just stuck within my mind because I was very fresh into Luxiem and I was like paying attention to Luxiem more a bit. But I think over time, you know, I'm not there anymore. But it's good memories. For specific streams, I would say like it's for Luca. I think only for Luca because I remember thinking about Luca like a lot. I don't know. I think about that man a lot. I even have a boob pad of it. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys last time. Remember?
Yeah.
The boob pad. Yeah.
Your booba pad.
But
goddamn.
yeah. It's right next to the mic right now. So
Nice.
the Luca streams
Wrist
I
support.
usually remember are like the VR streams, like any VR stream or like the Just Dance streams, because I don't know, it feels like something when Luca is like, I don't know, wiggling his body or something. He's like a bit funky, like the personality shows through the actions of the liver, you know,
Doing his little dance.
when he's break dancing in front of you, when you're emotionally breaking down. And yeah, that's what I think about when Luca does VR streams or like Just Dance streams. Yeah, I think just watch the whole series. I'm not gonna specify a moment. I don't care. They're all good. Next, Noctyx. For what I think about Noctyx, their special moments or stream, I don't have it as a group because I don't think I like they're. I think their law, they're tight knit, but I don't like the group collab for Noctyx that much. I'll specifically say like what each stream. So for Sunny, I like his karaoke stream a bit recently. I think he sang an enka song, so I was like, whoa, this guy is like actually a very good singer. In like I think he's one of the more like underrated, unnoticed singers. If he only sang a bit more, I'm just saying.
Because he says, "Oh, I can't sing,"
Can't
and then he
sing.
pulls that
You're
out.
fucking clown.
Can't
Clown
sing. Then
face.
he sings.
Yeah, for real. Like he sang like Mariah Carey. It's
Oh,
okay.
like One for
if he
Christmas?
is you.
It is you.
Of course.
Ooh, baby. Yeah. And then for Alban is his Project Sekai streams. Because before Project Sekai, I had no connection with this cat. Now, Project Sekai is the bridge. You know, Project Sekai is, you know, the handshake, the exchange of me and Alban. Yeah. So yeah. Go watch the Project Sekai streams. You know, there's the whole series. For Uki, I'll say for his streams that are a bit more I like are like his like tarot card reading. I really like his tarot card reading because those are the best. Like I used to dabble a bit in tarot card reading, so it's nice to hear like what his interpretations are sometimes, you know, what breaks on the cards he gets. For Folger, I like it's a bit of mixed bag because sometimes I like watching him like playing games. I can't even say fucking like specific moments, honestly. Maybe like he's like, I like Folger so much because I feel like he's quite good in everything, like, you know, like group streams, like with, you know, Niji like cancelled. Oh my god, Niji cancelled streams are like
Niji cancelled. So funny.
And then like his normal streams are very chill. Like if you like very narrative game like Danganronpa or like House Fata of Morgana, is it, I remember correctly, usually, or like those Monster Prom stream with like Elira. Oh, I love Monster Prom. I love like this dynamic, whatever this fucking dynamic between Scarlet, Folger and like you know, Elira and Doppio. I'm like, this is I love this new dynamic. I feel like older groups, the older like livers should mix in with the newer livers, because I'm pretty sure even like Selena has said that she has not like met up with Exolay and like Iluna much, you know. So I'm like, they need to mix up a bit more, you know what I mean? Like mix up having these collabs, since there's so many new people now. Switch up the dynamics. You don't have to like
So many.
You don't have to keep like sitting in the same group. It's more people now, you know. It makes me feel happy. Yeah, that's what I feel. Okay, I just like a lot of Fogger. I don't know. Check out of all Fogger's content. The man is a bit crazy.
Watch every single
He's a
video.
bit cuckoo. He's a passionate cuckoo
Watch
man
Fu-chan.
who's he's like a hermit essentially. Honestly. Next one, you go. I can't even tell you to check out. There's nothing about for him anymore. Like all
It
the
doesn't
bots
exist.
are removed. I don't know. Do what you will, IDK. Maybe his karaoke streams. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't even know that it's like people like archived it. Up to you, IDK. Shh, don't spoil. Anyways, yeah. What do you think, Luna?
I forgot. Sorry. For me, I was thinking of a Noctyx one, and then when Hari mentioned the prop hunt?
Yeah,
The
prop
hunt stream for Luxiem. I remembered also the Noctyx one, and I was like, oh, that one was a good like stream for all 5 of them, because it was like after they established themselves a bit, and then we could see their dynamics with each other a lot more, because it wasn't like their first stream with all 5 of them. So that one was really funny, especially the one where Uki was drunk. That one was really funny. For Luxiem, I really liked all of their first anniversary streams are actually really good, because they did like almost did a stream each. I really liked those streams because they were really funny, and like you can see how like they've grown since like when they first debuted. And then if we're talking specifics, I'm Ike Kamiyoshi. I really liked the stream where Ike dived deep into his mix of his Mayday cover with Kagami. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like that stream was really good. I keep going back to that stream. And then this one isn't really like specifically Noctyx or Luxiem, but it has like one Noctyx and one Luxiem member in it. It's the DGAU stream when they like all met up in person with Maria and Ren.
Oh, the
and then Hada was on
Australians.
call. Yeah, the Nijisanji. The Australians.
Is it EU?
That stream
That's
was really
Europe.
good.
Is it AU?
AU. Yeah, Nijisanji. Australia.
Australia.
AU.
Yeehaw.
You
Sorry,
can
that's
take out the
Texas.
lore, but you can't take out the Australian in them.
So true. And then that stream was really nice because it was just all of them like talking about like how they were hanging out, talking about when they all went to the theme park, and then like the sudden karaoke near the end. Yeah, a lot of their collab streams are good because they all like mingle with other people really well. Yeah. Oh, the Uno streams. Any Uno stream
Any
is
Uno stream.
hilarious. Any
True,
Uno
true.
stream.
Uno streams are kind of the most funniest shit ever.
It's the most chaos, especially with the Batsus.
Okay.
But yeah.
So thanks everybody for listening in to Too Much Free Time this week. Thanks for joining us, Luna and Matahari. Next week we'll be back with Apple again. What is the next episode? Fuck, I don't remember anymore. I think we still need to think.
GG.
I think this is the it for like the February episodes, to be fair, because when we were recording this, the latest episode just debuted was the one with DDK. It just came out, so check that out.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are gonna follow us, subscribe here, give it a like. We're also there on all the audio platform channels on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whichever. Also, we do have a Ko-Fi. If you guys want to support us there, you guys can.
Kofi.
All right, you guys get I'll pronounce it however the fuck I want.
Kofi.
Okay, I don't give a shit anymore. All right.
Kofi.
No, fuck you. Okay.
Yes.
So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. So where can the people find you guys on Twitter or other social media?
For Twitter and YouTube you can find me at LunaAsena. And yeah, that's really it. Just Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah,
I
Mata.
have a bit of like a mixed bag of social media. Okay. Hold on.
Plug them all.
Pokemon.
Get the list.
Get the list. I have a list. Okay. Is it? Yeah.
We'll
here.
put your whole fucking list in the description.
Okay. I have a few ones. First is my Twitter. It's a bit more general use. You can check me out at Matahari Goreng. And you can also check out, if you want to check out my cosplay, you can check under the same the name Matahari Goreng. Yeah, it's on their Instagram. And for YouTube, I don't remember. I don't know. I'll just plug it in the bottom. Check the links, guys. Check the bottom. Check the description.
Check the
And
balls.
for coffee,
Yeah, check the
for
description.
coffee you can check me in check Matahari Goreng too. Yeah. If not, the guys is sus. NDK. Yeah. Okay, I'll plug it all in the description. Don't worry, guys.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. My name's Snivy. This is Mata and Luna, and this ends this episode of Too Much Free Time FM, episode 22. So we'll see you guys next week on whatever topic we're going in. So say bye, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye, bye.
Sorry, whoops. My microphone.
bye.
Sorry, bye.
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 Bye.